Son, I have the wrong tool. Can you go to the garage and get the stork beak pliers, please?
Okay. What does it look like?
It just looks similar to regular pliers.
There's too many of them. They all look the same.
It should be in a red container.
Which red container?
Forget it. You're no help. I'll get it myself.
4 ways you've been secretly tricked by companies. In the list of ingredients on a product, manufacturers often use the scientific name of certain ingredients to confuse the customer. This way you don't quite understand if the ingredient is healthy or not. Limited time offers are a trick to create a sense of urgency so that you buy the product before the sale ends. But in reality, it's probably not a real offer or it may never end. Advertising agencies alter the photos of the products they're promoting in order to make them look more eye-catching. In most photos and commercials, they don't even use real food. They use glue for milk, car oil for syrup, and coffee bubbles are actually soap. Companies give a human character to an animal or object to get you to buy their product. It makes them look more adorable and it'll give you the confidence to buy it. Some examples are the Duracell bunny and the Fruit Loops toucan. What's wrong?
My crush won't text me back.
Let me see what you sent her. Hey girl, every time I see you, I smell your hair. I think I know why she's not responding.
Really? Why?
Well, she probably gets lots of messages from boys, so you need to do something to stick out.
And how do I do that?
Download FontKey by pressing the link on Luke's TikTok profile.
Okay, now what?
Now use one of the cool fonts to send her a message.
Okay. She didn't answer.
Give her a few minutes, jeez. 5 times actors weren't acting. In this scene of Stranger Things when Eleven was fighting possessed Billy, she was so exhausted from filming that she broke character and fell back into Michael's arms. You can even see him look at the producers because he wasn't expecting it. In this episode of Riverdale when Archie rescued Cheryl from the lake, even though he was punching a mat on the ice, he actually broke his hand from hitting so hard. In the movie Bird Box, the actor Sandra Bullock was blindfolded the whole time and she actually couldn't see. So in scenes when she was stumbling around, it was actually real and not acting. In the movie Maleficent, they couldn't find any kids that weren't scared of her, so they ended up using her own child. Her daughter wasn't acting, she was just trying to get her mom's attention. In this episode of Friends, David Schwimmer pranked Jennifer Aniston by pretending to fall down the stairs. She didn't know this was happening, so she actually got scared.
Who did you say you liked again? I'm in love with Molly. Hey! What's up? Are you good at math? Yeah, I'd say so. Can you show me how to solve question 5? Question 5? Yeah. I just gotta go to the bathroom first. I'll be right back. Good thing I have photo math. Let me just take a picture of the question and boom, it gives me the answer and how to solve it. If you want to get the app too, just press the button on Luke's TikTok profile. Sorry about that. So, first you would do the brackets. So you do 1 plus 2 and that equals 3. Then you do 6 divided by 2 and that would also equal 3. And it would leave you with 3 times 3 and that equals 9. Thank you so much. You're so smart. Do you want to go out sometime? Yes! Thank you, photo math.
It's the ugliest shirt I've ever seen. Yeah, how could you even come to school wearing that? Merry Christmas, little cousin.
For me?
It's my limited edition stitched hoodie that's only available for the next 10 days.
Thank you so much. I love this.
I wonder what that kid's gonna be wearing today. That hoodie is so sick. Where did you get it? You can get it from the button on Luke's TikTok profile. 3 times The Simpsons predicted the future. In a 2012 episode, Lady Gaga performed for the town hanging in midair. 5 years later, she flew off the Houston Energy Stadium roof in real life to perform for the Super Bowl halftime show. In 2008, they showed Homer trying to vote for Barack Obama in the election, but the machine kept changing his vote. 4 years later, a voting machine in Pennsylvania was removed because it kept changing people's votes from Barack Obama to his rival Mitt Romney. Before I tell you the craziest one about Apple, I found this app that gives you a bunch of new fonts. Just press this button on my profile if you want to get it. Finally, in 1994, a school bully wrote "Beat Up Martin" on his Apple Newton, which was a product before the iPhone was made, but it got translated to "Eat Up Martha." A few years later, when making the iPhone keyboard, they added the autocorrect feature, and said it was inspired by this episode of The Simpsons. Here's the only way to survive when you're stuck in a sinking vehicle. As soon as your vehicle makes contact with the water, undo your seatbelt and roll down the window as fast as you can. Once you've done that, immediately get out through the window before your vehicle is fully underwater. You won't be able to open your door because of the force of water pressing from the outside. If your window won't roll down, you'll need to break it. You can use a heavy object like a hammer, or you can buy a special car window breaking tool online to keep in your vehicle. But if you don't have anything in your vehicle, you can use a removable headrest and hit the window with the metal prongs. If you still can't get out through the window, wait until your vehicle is fully underwater so the pressure inside and outside is equal. Then with the small amount of air left in your vehicle, take a deep breath, open the door, and follow the air bubbles to surface.
See that old lady right there? Do you want to go steal her purse? No! Why would you even say something like that? Oh, my mom's calling. Hello?
Hi, honey. You had me worried. I've called you like 5 times now. Where are you?
Tell her you're with me. I'm with Jesse.
Oh, you're with Jesse? Why didn't you tell me? Can I talk to him?
Sure. Hello, Mrs. Davidson. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I'll drop off Luke in a few minutes. I know it's getting late.
Oh, don't worry about it. I don't mind him being out late if it's with you. You're a good kid.
Aw, thanks, Mrs. Davidson. Well, it was nice talking to you.
You too. Bye. Jeez. What a good kid.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go rob that store that the lady just walked into.
Here's the only way to survive a tsunami. If you want a chance of surviving, you'll need to be able to identify the early signs of a tsunami. In most cases, an earthquake happens before a tsunami, so protect yourself from that first, then get to high ground as quickly as possible. Another sign is the water will pull back and expose more land. Don't go investigate because you'll be putting your life at risk for when the water comes back. Instead, head in the opposite direction. Try to get 2 miles away from the ocean or at least 100 feet above sea level to be safe. If you don't have time to get far away, look for a tall, sturdy building and get to the top as fast as possible. If you can't get to a building, find something and hold on to it. When you think it's over, it probably won't be. Tsunami waves can be anywhere from 5 minutes to an hour apart. So stay in a safe place until you hear from your local officials. Hello? Honey, it's me. Are you at the golf course? Yeah? Why? I'm at the mall. I found a leather coat. It's only $1,000. Can I get it? Sure. Go ahead if you really like it. I also stopped by the Mercedes dealership and seen one that I really liked. How much is it? $98,000. Okay, but for that price, make sure it comes with all the options. Great. Oh, and one more thing. The house that I wanted last year is back on market for $980,000. Well, then offer $900,000 and they'll probably take it. But if not, offer an extra $50,000 if you think it's a good price. Okay, I'll see you later. I love you so much. You're worth it. Bye. Does anybody know whose phone this is? 5 most unusual prisons. In Bolivia's San Pedro prison, each prisoner has to pay for their cell. Each one is between $1,000 and $1,500. And to get the money, they have to work. That's why the prison is full of restaurants and small markets. In Norway, there's an eco-friendly prison. Everything is recycled, solar panels are used, and most of the food is produced. The prison actually looks more like a summer camp because you could play tennis, swim, and go horseback riding. The Alcatraz prison was a small island in San Francisco. It's almost impossible to escape because you would have to go through concrete walls, the rocky coastline, and swim through the freezing cold water. In Cebu prison in the Philippines, prisoners dance as part of their exercise program. And there's actually a viral video where they dance to Michael Jackson's Thriller. Finally, there's a prison in Austria that holds prisoners who don't require maximum security. The prisoners even wear their own clothes, cook their own food, and live a fairly normal life. Can I borrow your phone to call my girlfriend? Your phone's a genius. Your phone's a genius. When I put in her number, it showed up at... Your phone's a genius. When I put in her number, it said calling girl... Ah! Your phone's a genius. When I put in her number, it said calling girlfriend. Animals you should never touch. The sting of the 𝗶𝗳𝗲𝗲 is so painful that it could cause nausea, vomiting, and even heart problems. People who have gotten stung by this ant say the same is similar to if you got shot by a bullet. The cat moth caterpillar looks really friendly, but I would recommend that you don't touch it, because through their hairs they release a poison that can cause vomiting, weakness, and shivering. The Japanese giant hornet is so dangerous that if you touch it, it could kill you. The venom from the stinger can destroy human tissues, to the point where it makes you walk with difficulty. Another highly venomous animal is the blue-ringed octopus. If you see one of these, get away quickly because even though they're small, its venom can result in nausea, respiratory and heart problems, or even death if you don't treat it within a few minutes. And finally, the box jellyfish has been called the most venomous creature in the world. Its venom kills so fast that there's nothing you can do about it. Hello, I made it. Hey! What are you doing? Taking off my shoes? Don't bother. Okay. Let's go upstairs and play some video games. Oh, and Mom, can you bring us up some snacks? Of course, honey. Coming right up. Jesse, supper's ready! What are you doing? Your mom said supper's ready. Oh, it doesn't matter. We can go whenever. What are you doing? Sitting down for supper? You don't have to sit at the table. Let's go eat upstairs. Now where are you going? I'm going to put my plate in the dishwasher. Don't worry, my mom will come get it later. It's time to get up and get ready for school. Mom, I don't think I can go to school today. Just suck it up and go get ready. You're gonna make me late for work. But I really don't feel good. I'm not buying it. I'll be waiting in the car. Mom? What? I'm not feeling very good. And what do you want me to do about it? Can I stay home today? I don't care. You can walk to school, take the bus, stay in bed, whatever. Just leave me alone. My little angel! Is everything alright?
Yeah?
Oh, you don't look very well. Do you want me to get you some soup?
Mom, I'm fine.
You know what? I'll call the school right now and let them know you won't be in for the rest of the year, okay? Today we're going to be doing a review for tomorrow's test. So here's an example of what the questions are going to look like. So, if we have 2 on this side and 2 on this side and we combine the 2, that equals 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you, Mrs. P. What? I got 562.9, and the answers are either 2, 25, 13, or 27. It must be 27 because it's the closest to 562.9.
Mom, I'm gonna bring Bobby with me and we're gonna go eat dinner, okay? Alright, sounds good with me. Just make sure he takes care of you.
Don't worry, Mommy. We'll be good.
Come on, let's go. Have fun. So, what are we gonna eat?
Do you want to order pizza slices?
Sure, why not? It is Friday after all. Hey guys, what's for dinner? Oh, hey! Your brothers went out for dinner, so your dad and I decided to order pizzas for ourselves. Well, what about me? Class, I'm gonna quickly go to the bathroom and I don't want to hear a single noise, okay? I'll be back in a few seconds.
I dare you to go sit on the teacher's chair. What? What? Are you a scaredy cat? No? Fine.
Everyone be quiet! The teacher's coming!
Luke, I have a riddle for you. What has to be broken before you can use it?
What has to be broken before you use it? A glow stick.
Nope.
Yes, before you use a glow stick, you have to break it, or else it won't work.
That is true, but that's not the answer I'm looking for.
Your heart.
Before
you can use your heart, it has to be broken by someone first.
Nope, that's still not it.
I don't know, what is it?
The answer is an egg.
Doctor, my wife can barely hear me. I would try standing far away from her and ask her a question, then slowly move forward and see how far you are away when she responds. Okay, I'll try that. Honey, what's for supper? Honey, what's for supper? Honey, what's for supper? Honey, what's for supper? For the 4th time, it's lasagna! Cartoon houses that exist in real life. You can visit SpongeBob's house without having to dive into the sea. At the Nickelodeon Resort in Punta Cana, there's a very similar replica of the cartoon's house. And it even has a life-size version of Gary. The Flintstones house was also made in real life. It's located in California and costs $4 million. In Nevada, there's a life-size replica of the Simpsons house. To build the house with all the details from the cartoon, the production company 20th Century Fox spent $120,000. And they had the great idea to give it away in a competition. But in the end, the winner of the competition preferred $75,000 instead of the house. Here's the 3 most dangerous kid toys. In the 1990s, Rollerblade Barbie was released. Each rollerblade used the same wheel mechanism they use in cigarette lighters. So when the Barbie was rolled, they would shoot out sparks. In 1996, the Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kid was released. It ate plastic foods that came with it and exited through a hole in the backpack. but the toy couldn't tell whether it was plastic, your finger, or your hair. And one girl's hair was ripped down to her scalp. Finally, in the 1990s, Nickelodeon released Moon Shoes, which you would strap onto your feet and the springs would help you jump higher. However, they weren't very safe and lots of people sprained and broke their ankles. Honey, I have to ask you something really important. Who do you love more, me or your father?
I love you both equally.
Okay, well if I went to Italy and your father went to Japan, where would you go?
Japan.
See? I knew it. You love your dad more than me.
No, I just always wanted to go to Japan.
Oh, okay. Well, if I went to Japan and your father went to Italy, where would you go?
I'd go to Italy.
See? You do love your dad more than me.
No, it's just I would go to Italy because I would have already been to Japan.
Bad habits that are actually good for you. Sleeping in. Waking up when your body tells you to wake up rather than your alarm keeps your metabolism up, which means you could eat more food without gaining weight. And people who undersleep are more likely to eat larger portions of junk food. Complaining. Always looking at the bright side of life won't necessarily make you a happier person, but being realistic about the good and bad parts of your life has shown to be better for your mental health. Being messy. People who are messy tend to be more creative and they found to be 36% more efficient than people who are neat. Dust mites have a hard time living in messy conditions like an unmade bed, so it can also be a good thing for people with allergies.
We should really go to bed. It's already 3 a.m. Yeah, I'm tired. Okay, good night. Good night.
You guys need to be quiet. I'm trying to sleep.
Sorry, Mommy. We're gonna go to sleep now. Here's Johnny!
How are the first few bites tasting, sir? Very good. That's good to hear. Is there anything I can help you with right now? I think I'm good for now. Okay, enjoy. Actually, wait. How's it going, sir? Robber showed up to the bank he robbed during a live broadcast. In Minnesota, a man was reporting about a bank being robbed the day before, when an employee ran out of the building behind him and pointed to something in the distance.
Tyler, just 24 hours ago, this bank in... What? Oh, that's the robber. This is live TV, folks. That's the robber. Just went by, according to the bank, employee. So, I gotta go here and call 911. I'll talk to you later.
The bank employee ran after him, but he jumped into a van. But because of this, the police were able to track him down and arrest him. It turns out he had robbed the same bank 2 days in a row. Luke, do you want some chips for the movie? No, thanks. I'm good. I'm trying to eat healthy. Okay. Just wait. I gotta go to the bathroom first. Three most dangerous airplane landings. On a Myanmar Airlines flight in 2019, the plane lost its front wheels, so they were unable to land. The pilot had to do circles around the landing area to burn fuel so it would slow down the plane and make it easier to land. The plane landed with the rear wheels first, then the nose of the plane hit the ground. Everyone remembers Sully after his emergency landing on the Hudson River. Two geese collided with the engines of the plane to make them stop working, so the pilot had no choice but to try landing in the river, which he did successfully. At an airport in South Sudan, a plane carrying 43 people caught on fire after the wing collided with a car. What happened is the pilot couldn't see the runway because of the heavy fog, so he had to make a blind landing. But fortunately, all the passengers got off safely. The most famous magic tricks were performed. The secret to the classic trick where a woman's cut in half by a saw is to use a box divided in two parts. The woman lies down in one box and fake feet come out the other box. To swallow the sword without getting hurt, the magicians place their head up to align their throat and stomach. This way the sword enters in a straight line and doesn't touch anything. The guillotine is one of the most dangerous and famous tricks out there. The secret so that nothing goes wrong is that the bottom of the guillotine has hidden compartments and blocks to stop the blade before it reaches the person's neck. To perform the trick where one magician lies with his back towards the wheels of a truck and the other magician drives over him, all the weight of the truck is on the opposite side of the magician, so he doesn't really feel that much pain. Most dangerous prison inmates in the world. Charles Manson was an American criminal who led a group of murderers called the Manson family. He was convicted of conspiracy for the murders of 7 people and sentenced to death. But he was later given a life sentence in prison due to a change in the law. Aileen Wuornos was an American serial killer who admitted she had killed 7 men in 1 year. She was nicknamed the Monster and sentenced to death by lethal injection in 2002 after 10 years in prison. Ted Bundy was another serial killer who took the lives of at least 30 women, but the actual number of victims is unknown. He was sentenced to death and executed in the electric chair. Jeffrey Dahmer was nicknamed the Milwaukee Cannibal. He was sentenced to life in prison but died after fighting another prisoner.
Daddy?
What? I'm in a rush.
I missed the bus.
You what? Alright, go wait in the car. I didn't even get to finish my coffee. What time is it? 8:55? Now I'm gonna be late for work.
Daddy?
Now what do you want?
I forgot my backpack.